Just sitting in the field, feeding a baby goat leaves. There's no wrong in this at all. Nope. Good morning, ladies. What's everybody doing? I hope today. How? What in the world? You guys doing math? Huh? All right, these 3 bins, and or that one. Anyway, 3 of these 4 bins were on this 2x4 or 2x4. Okay, what are you guys playing a game? Are we playing, like, I don't even know. What's the little bead slidey thing that you use to do math? But look, stop being weird. Okay. Nobody swept the floor. You could have swept the floor. Good morning, Miss Bootsy Boots. Where's Chai Chai? I don't know either. All right, guys, what I hope to go over a little bit today is flush rations or flush feeding or whatever you want to call it, increased food intake per goat for increased production or increased fertility. But we'll get into that after I get everybody milked, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's do some quick numbers on what we're feeding our non-milkers, which would be our moms that we're going to breed. A tablespoon of sunflower seeds, 1/2 cup of alfalfa pellets, and 1/2 cup of the Kalmbach sweet mix, which is only going to be about 6.75 ounces. Okay, now we'll do our milk moms. Now this is twice a day, guys. 0.55, exactly the same. Should end up being about 12-13 ounces, or just under a pound. 11.3 ounces, so it'd be 22 ounces a day. Okay. Milk production for my 4 girls is pretty much in the toilet. That's sprinkles. That's sad. Okay, this is sugar pie. Extra foamy today. I'd like to see her be somewhere in the 2 to 4 more ounces. Little man, goodness. Yes. He just turned 5 weeks old 3 days ago, I believe. So he has another, basically, almost 3 weeks, and then we'll be separating him completely from mom, so we'll be milking her twice a day. So we'll see if this production comes up at all. This will probably go horribly wrong because I'm trying to do it with one hand. Rai, baby Rai, come on, Rai. Go get your mommy. All right, so we have muffin milking now. I'm gonna put this on pounds. I forgot, I always forget. Milk is weighed in pounds. Muffin is actually worse than sprinkles, which is shocking to me. So just under 1/2 pound. Okay, this is Puddin', and she's the last milker. Ouch. Ouchie poo. So what I'm thinking is happening is, because a normal year, they're still pushing around a pound at the end of the season before we dry them off for breeding. So what I'm thinking is happening is these girls, since we've kept the babies and we never dried them off, there was a whole series of events. They kept breaking out and coming back over here. And then by the time I figured out what they were doing and was able to get that fixed, then we had the bobcat in there. Then we had the probably what was a coyote came through and dug up Summer. And so we just opted to just leave them on moms. And so what I think what's happening is they're actually drying themselves off to get the babies off of them. So we're seeing this massive drop. That's a 60% drop in milk production for this normal time of year ish. They've always milked out, you know, roughly in the 22 ounce range throughout the season, and then as the season goes on, they drop down to maybe just under a pound. No, everybody cannot come in. So if nothing else, it's very interesting learning. We will have to make sure we have the secure area for next year if we decide to keep babies, and we'll have to make sure we get them separated from mom and get moms dried off. That's the only thing that I can think is happening. Never had this problem before, so I'm assuming that is what's going on. Moms are like, if you're not gonna stop milk, you know, drinking off of me, then I'll dry myself off. So we have been milking them once per day in the morning since the beginning, since the babes were born. And then we were allowing the babes to eat on them all day, which is, I can't even argue with the outcome that we've seen in the baby girls and their size and their body condition. They look fantastic. Probably the best we've ever seen any goats look. Because we normally buy our goats around 8 weeks old when we've purchased them in the past. And these girls have surpassed any goat we've ever purchased. So they look phenomenal, and they're big and they're strong. You can see that. Some of them are crazy. Hi, beauty. Yeah, I'll let you guys out in a minute. Okay, that's my take on that. Are you waiting to get to your baby, or are you waiting to get to see if there's any food? I'm guessing the latter. Excuse me, wee man. Thank you. You know how hard it's going to be to sweep the floor with all the goats in here? It's going to be incredibly difficult. No, you can't go in there. Come on. Come on, Genji. Let's get you out there and see if we can get you a boy. Hopefully. Oh, bother. Come on. Boy. Oh, Frosty Mom. I don't think that's good. All right, well, shoot. I gotta check her date. She shouldn't be in heat, I don't think. So what is flushing? Defined is the purposeful elevation in the plane of nutrition around breeding time. Okay. I muddled through flushing so badly that I'm literally deleting that video and redoing it because I tried to overcomplicate it. It is rude. She wasn't even anywhere near you. It doesn't help when I have to watch these goof. It's hard, y'all. It's hard to sit over here and record with the cuteness. But we're going to do it like this. Flushing is very, very simple. It's increasing the amount of food for your does before breeding. We're going to stick just with goats. This is not Nigerian specific. But the general rule is you want to get them you want to start them 4 weeks prior to breeding, and you want to increase their food intake, their grain intake, up to a pound. Typically a half a pound to a pound. The problem with that is for us, let's see, I'm doing it again. And you want to increase their dry matter, which is typically hay. They say dry matter because depending on where you are in the country, the world, you might be feeding something other than just hay. So you want to increase their dry matter to upwards of 2 pounds a day. To not use big words like flushing, which is just feeding them up, or elevation plane, or blah, 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 blah. All the words you'll hear when you read an actual study that is talking about flushing. Just keep it simple. Increase your goat food. Now, where that gets a little bit complicated is the amount of food. Most of the studies that I see, are just goat specific. So I'm not quite sure, and maybe I might have to go back and maybe find some Donnell videos or some Crystal videos, or do some more research online. But the general rule is with goats, generic, you want to put 4 weeks prior to, you want to start 4 weeks prior to kidding or to breeding. So you don't want to throw a pound of food in their dish straight out of the gate. You will wreck their system and you will mess them up really bad. So you want to get up to a pound a day, whether that's half a pound in the morning and half a pound at night, or a whole pound in the morning, however you feed your goats. But you want to slowly increase that. So if you're going to work up to a pound and you're currently feeding them nothing, then you would start with maybe like a quarter pound. Do that for a week, go to a half. Do that for a week, go to 3/4, and then go to the full pound. You're also going to want to continue to feed them for another 4 weeks on that flush ration while the baby is developing. Then you can cut it back slowly, just like you added it in slowly, until the last trimester. I'm watching this, you guys will see in a minute. I already bred them, so I'm going to pop that in at the end here. Frosty Mom got a man, and Gingy got her a man's. But you want to, like I said, you want to continue that for 4 weeks after they're bred. And then you'll wait until the last trimester for goats, and goats are pregnant for 5 months, so do your math. And then you want to start increasing that food ration again. Now, this is tricky, very, very tricky, because you want that nutrition from mom, because the baby is going to steal whatever the baby needs from mom. Any of you ladies out there know what I'm talking about. My older sister had a heck of a time with her kids stealing all of her nutrients. And so you really want mom to have a good nutritious diet, because the baby's going to take whatever the baby wants to take, or needs to take rather. However, this is the tricky part. You do not want 4 Chuck Norrises inside of Gingy, right? Because he was a 6-pounder. You have to be very careful. I don't even think we would even consider increasing nutrition in the last trimester, because most of our girls do triplets or quads, and it's just simple. The more you feed mom in that last trimester, the bigger the babies are going to get. So it's a balancing act, and I don't think we would increase nutrition in that last trimester just to not have massive babies. You do not want to increase your risk of struggling to kid. I think that covers it. I shot so much video trying to break it down to the simplest form, and I just overcomplicated the simple. So I really just wanted to come back and shoot. It's not that complicated. You can look up graphs and charts, and you can look up online, and you can find out what you think best fits your herd as far as what you want to feed them. We don't change our food rations. We stick with the Kalmbach and the Rural King. The Kalmbach is 16% protein. Oh, let me see. Yep, left the gate open. I'm gonna have 16 goats on my back. So this is the Kalmbach that we use. And if you get down here, I don't know if you'll be able to read that. It's called Game Plan All Natural Milk and Meat Pellet with OptiFirm and added minerals and ammonium chloride. This is almost the perfect feed for goats. Lots of copper, lots of selenium, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E. Good calcium. I mean, that's the food we, sorry, it has chicken poop on it. It's a long story. That's the feed we feed all year round. Anytime you change your goat's food, you gotta break them in slow on it. You do not want to be changing up their food quickly. They're a ruminant animal, and it will mess up their rumen, and you will just have a mess on your hands. And you do not want a mess on your hands during kidding season or breeding season. So I don't think we would increase at the end of the day. We mix the Kalmbach with just a Rural King sweet mix, just as a texture. We don't count on it as part of their nutrition. It's just there, so it's not just 1,000 pellets every day. Are we having a problem? I mean, you're up against. You're tough, but you ain't gonna win against that coming at you with this little thing. When did you get big friends? So that's it, guys. The reason we don't necessarily flush is because our girls just came off of milk where they were getting about 24 ounces of food a day already. So we actually cut them back a little bit to just under a pound a day. And I mean, we typically have good results. I don't know if we'd have better results. It might be something we can try in the future. Hi. Are you going to come see me today? You've been very standoffish here lately. Is it because you're in heat? You wouldn't even let Mama pet you yesterday. It's that time of year. It's okay, baby. What? Thank you for letting me pet you. So that is it. That is my take on flushing. That is why we don't do it. I think if we were in a position where the girls did not look good, they were thin and bony and scrawny. You guys do not, bro, you want to fight that battle, that's on you, man. You guys do not count. These girls always look like a freaking Jersey cow. Always. I mean, she could use a little bit, maybe a little bit of meat on her. But you just got that Jersey cow look. Everybody else looks fantastic. I'm extremely happy with where they are. Putting in muffin, they just do not count. What are you doing, Rye? Oh, I see. Okay, he's going to get him a lady that's... Bro, she's like 6 feet taller than you. I mean, you know, set high standards, I guess. What are you doing? You doing like a... What are you doing? You just thought I would just hold this piece of grass in my mouth and maybe walk around with it? You little goof. Hi. But that's it for today, guys. Here is the video of, well, what I can show you of Frosty Mom and Gingy. Why are you that? No. We're not going to put our thumb in the back of the mouth where we can get our molars on it and cut me. That's rude. But, I mean, if anybody can be rude, it could be you. It'd be you. Yeah. You could get away with murder. You could get away. Look at that face. You'd be like, I didn't murder anybody. And everybody would be like, yeah, I agree. Look, I'm not calling you chunky, but you might be a little chunky. We don't care. Well, I think you two. Oh, God, here we go. I think you two are going to make pretty babies. Okay. Okay, I was about to insult you, That's how you know you got a really good one. When he does his thing, and then just let it rest. Let it rest, potato. When you see her hunch like that, he got her good. So that's a good sign. Unfortunately, YouTube no longer allows nature. Is it good? Is it? Boy, you dirty. Okay, I gotta go get another goat. Okay, bro, it's disproportionate to your body. It's weird. Okay, well, I didn't even get the gate closed, and he had already. Stop it! Ay, ay, ay. Take after your daddy, buddy. That's good. Yeah. So, she is officially bred, and is still standing, waiting for more. Genji got bred, and then she just kind of. I had to look at you, bro. Also, I would be in the corner. Y'all are gonna make pretty babies, though. I would like to make one more correction as I do. We don't know what else she's carrying. Let's see. All that we know that she's had is Chuck Norris, and he was Chamoisé, so we don't know what she's carrying, but we do know he is carrying Sham and Gold. So somewhere we might get a little, another Mater Lightning combo. We might get a Chuck Norris combo. Or if she's hiding anything else, which I highly doubt. All right. Well, I was going to do some video and talk about today's breeding, but obviously I can't show it on YouTube, but he did his job very well and very quickly. I was going to say, this guy, he'll lick and kick, and he'll get up on her, and he'll get down, he'll get up, get down, get up, get down, get up, get down, like 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 times before he actually does his job, which is why I hate bringing him in to breed, because he's literally the slowest. But this year, I think with him being more stallion-y, I mean, the face, bro. And then you did it, buddy. I mean, good job, man. I don't know if you want out or you want me. No, I know. But I'd like to have you in there for a couple more. I know. He stinks, I know. And now I stink. Because I did not put on protective gear before doing this. Oh, so you're done in there? Okay. So, 2 solid breedings. I saw them both happen. So, good.